welcome back to another video. I am Metaphysical Mike. Thank you guys so much for all your love, all your support. I'm wishing you a wonderful full moon in Capricorn and lunar eclipse today. I'll tell you what, there is going to be so much transformation taking place in every area of our life, from our finances to our career, to our relationships, to our own inner dialogue that we are having with ourselves. Now, the number one thing about this eclipse is that it's going to bring a lot of uncertainty. That's the number one thing that I feel guided to tell you. It's going to be a lot of uncertainty, a lot of unknowns, and the way to really, trust the universe more is to surrender to the great divine. So whatever happens, trust the process. There is a lot of uncertainty, especially with Uranus and Taurus, especially when we have Neptune and Pisces. Neptune and Pisces can be a very, it can be like this very fog, misty. It's like, where do I see, when can I see clearer? How do I know when things are just going to pan out? Because there's a lot of uncertainty in every area of our life. And sometimes it can be overwhelming. We're like, well, how do we know this is going to work out? Well, how do we know this is going to work out? And for an example, if we are going through a lot of changes in our life, it's best to allow them to just come, reflect, allow whatever is happening to just flow into your life. Naturally allow it, because whatever you resist persists. It's the law of attraction. If you're resisting change, you are fighting this current of the universe and your angels, and it's going to be this fight. You want to meet halfway between you and your destiny. You can't just sit there and visualize a brand new car. You have to take action. You have to take inspired, intuitive guidance in order to fulfill your dreams. You can't just sit there and say, this is what I'm going to do with my business plan. I'm now making $10,000 a month. You got to take action. You got to call your clients. You got to go out in public. You got to start a YouTube channel. You got to get yourself out there. You can't just, have this hopeful wishing of things to happen. You have to believe in your dreams and ideas and your visions, but you have to be able to take risk, take chances. And sometimes life is uncertain. This is the most uncertain time right now on planet Earth to be alive, because there's so much change happening. There's so many things that are going. There's a lot of karmic cycles that are ending, their new beginnings, and energies next week are going to be so much better. We have first of all, we have Mars going into Leo. We have, we're moving into Mercury is regressing back into the sign of Cancer. That's going to make us more tapped into our emotions, nurturing ourselves. Where do we value ourselves? We're going to be having Mars next week trining Jupiter. It's going to be such wonderful. Next week is probably going to be some of the most light energy, not every single hour of the day, but next week is probably going to be the lightest energy we have seen for the collective consciousness energy as a whole since the fall, since September, October, November. So enjoy next week, because late July, we have Mercury going direct. August 11th, Jupiter's going direct. And August is going to be a much lighter time. In September, we have finally that conjunction with Saturn in the South Node. That's ending. So by the fall, all our hard work as a light worker, as all this shadow work, I call it, going within the metaphysical splinter of the soul, all this inner healing, it's all paying off. Now, I have to say that this is a very intense energy today. There's a lot of chaotic flow. There's a lot of uncertainty, like I mentioned quite a few times, because it's just you don't know how things are going to plan out in your life. It's like, well, how do I know to talk to this person? And it's very confusing because Mercury's in retrograde, and now it's like, Mercury's the planet that rules communication. Mercury is the thinking processes. It's the mind. It's like, it rules how we think, how we view. So things can seem all over the place. Maybe your technology's been crashing more than normal. Maybe you're sending an email and it didn't go straight forward to your client or to your coworker. Maybe you're having a tough time, your words are slurred. Maybe you're just having all these energies and all these unknowns. I would wait until Mercury goes direct, which is on the 31st. In early August, we're going to have a much more better time. But as Mercury goes Kazemi next week on Sunday and into Monday, we're going to have more of this understanding of, hey, this is where I need to put my values, or we'll have more clarity. It's not going to be full on 100%, but we're going to have more clarity moving forward for the next few months. Now, this energy is really going to shift us, our perspective. And this is a time on the planet where we are manifesting more and more. But in order to manifest, sometimes we have to learn to let go. I know people probably heard it, tired of hearing the word let go. It happens with every full moon, but it's not just the full moon in Capricorn, which Capricorn rules time, but it also has to do with letting go of how you think your life is supposed to unfold, because let destiny come to you. When you let go, when you trust, and when you allow the divine current of the unknown of how this is going to play out and how am I going to make it, the universe works in a synchronistic fashion. Now, we do have Venus opposing. Venus rule, by the way, is going to oppose Pluto. No, Venus is going to oppose Saturn today, which can affect our relationships. Saturn has to do with our obligations, our where do we view certain things, and so there's going to be some I expect chaos, generally speaking, within our relationships, not just our partnerships, our own marriages. I'm talking about our inner dialogue with our own selves and our relationship with our higher self and our angels. So the next few weeks will be settling down. Wow, I looked at the clock and it's 11:11 a.m. That's a divine synchronistic, it's a sign from the universe that all is well. If you guys are listening to this right now, this video, you are in good hands, you are protected, you are appreciated, and you are perceiving at this vibration, because you can't perceive what you're not the vibration of. So I would say that since this full moon is in Capricorn, it's kind of intense. We definitely have the Saturn, with conjunction in the South Node still. That can be very frustrating. That can bring up a lot of past karma in the collective, but allow yourself to feel any emotions. This is not a time on the planet right now of faking your emotions, because whatever you're seeing, especially because of Pluto, especially because it's making this hard aspect with Pluto, truths are going to be revealed and brought to the surface level. Any truths, any trickery, any things that you're not sure of, any misguidance, it's going to come up. So be careful who you're trusting. Listen to your intuition. Meditate. Make sure to ground yourself. It's going to be really hot this weekend. It's probably going to be 100 degrees in Philadelphia. Please make sure to drink plenty of water. Hydrate yourself. Ground yourself. Put your bare feet onto Gaia. This is going to be such a powerful just infusion this infusion of just energy, and we're really gonna see our life is gonna unfold, and there is a lot of unknowns and just uncertainties with where our life is gonna go, and we're just like, well, how do we know? Well, one thing you want to do is you want to have a greater trust and be like, you know what, things are always working out for me. It's a #1 affirmation that I keep saying now. I had some conflict happen today where I was supposed to move into my apartment with my same roommate for the last year we promised, and I'm gonna be with 4 new roommates. So I'm getting in my comfort zone. Last fall last semester he went home every weekend. It was easier, that was comfortable to me. But some things that feel comfortable hurt us. When we get out of our comfort zone, when we face our fear, when we go inside and we come in contact with our inner demons, that's when our life begins to fold, when our destiny begins to play out. So allow yourself to feel any emotion today. If it's fear, anxiety, trauma, say, thank you, anxiety, thank you, fear, thank you, trauma. I'm giving this up to the universe. Put your hands on it and say, universe, guides, angels, whatever you feel comfortable saying, I give you this problem, this challenge, the how it's all going to play out. I give it to you, and allow yourself to be in that flow. And remember that energies are going to be a much lighter, next week. I'm really, really excited. There's going to be such fantastic planetary aspects. We're going to have lighter periods of pure peace, joy, more divine oneness, more connection next week. With Mercury going Kazemi, because we're going to have more of this flow. We're going to understand more about ourselves. And, I expect in the next few months, more collaborations, less one-on-one. And there's going to be more things out of our comfort zone, more collaborations, more working with people, sharing. There's going to be a lot of changes in the upcoming, 6 to 12 months, We're at a period right now on planet Earth where we're going through so much different changes from, I can't even tell what's up and down and left and right. That's what Mercury Retrograde basically is about. It's very confusing. It can mislead us. So don't fill out any, big negotiations or paperwork or any just big projects. I would wait till about a week or two, because, this lunar eclipse can be a really powerful lunar transition where we have to learn to just, we can think about our dreams and ideas and write it down, but don't, plan out your action. Wait. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't, hit that bell icon down below, because YouTube doesn't notify you unless you hit that bell icon. Things are definitely changing. And also, if this video resonated with you, please comment down below. I would greatly appreciate to hear some feedback. What was your favorite part? What resonated to you? If this empowered you in any way, if this inspired you, leave a comment down below and I'd be happy to read your comment. I will respond as soon as possible. And I want to thank you guys for just all your love and all your support since day one and being part of this empowering community. We're all about expansion on the mind, body, soul. I'm excited. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I went through a lot of emotions earlier, but I feel a lot of hope. And if you guys feel more hopeful about the future, even though things are uncertain in your life, comment down below yes. And thank you guys for listening to this new video. Oh, and please, if you haven't, please hit the subscribe button if this is your first time. If you enjoyed the video and this really resonated with your soul at a deep and profound level, please hit that subscribe button. And I'm going to see you guys in the new videos soon. I wish you all a lovely and a wonderful full moon in Capricorn and a lunar eclipse. Transformation is here. No need to fear.